This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Well, welcome back to Battleground West Bengal. Just to remind you, we are in a village just outside the steel town of Durgapur. This is in western West Bengal. This is an area where the CPIM has traditionally been very, very strong. And Dorab Pariwala and Shekhar Gupta and I have been traveling along with a lot of other journalists for the last 2 days. And we're trying to assess whether the CPM is going to carry on. It's been in power for 34 years. It's probably a record in any democracy anywhere in the world that a government has been voted back again and again for 34 years. But is it going to change this time? Let me just show you the worrying signs for the CPM. Just have a look at what happened in the last two elections. In the last assembly election, just have a look at this graphic. In the last assembly election in 2006, the left front got 233 seats. Remember, there are a total of 294. They got 233 out of 294. That's in 2006. That's the last assembly election. But look what happened just 2 years ago in the Lok Sabha elections. From 233, the assembly segments in the Lok Sabha election for the CPM went down to 99. And who did well? The Trinamool and the Congress getting 185. That's a phenomenal turnaround, and that will worry the CPM. Also, municipal elections have tended to go in favor of Mamata Banerjee. Let's just have a look. Those seats tend to exaggerate the popularity position actually. The votes difference between Mamata Banerjee and the CPM is not as strong. Just have a look at this graphic. These are the major regions, the north, the west, Kolkata, and we are in the west where there are 42 seats, and the south. But if you look at the table in the top left, votes, the Trinamool and the Congress actually got 45% of the vote, while the left front got 43. So there's only a 2% difference. So although they got Mamata Banerjee, the Trinamool and the Congress got 199 seats, frankly, they only got 2% more vote. But that makes this whole state very, very sensitive. Small changes in votes lead to huge changes in seats. Just have a look at the sensitivity here in this graphic. The Trinamool and the Congress party in the 2006 elections got 104 seats, the left 180. Trinamool and the Congress, because of the combination of their votes together, now just need another 2% swing, just 2% to win this election. So Dorab, very sensitive, just 2% and Mamata's in power.
And that 2% actually they've achieved in the Lok Sabha.
Yes.
So if they can hold the Lok Sabha position,
right,
they're fine.
Right.
I mean, and not only that, the area we're traveling in, the last two phases, there are 52 seats. And the left front got 41 out of its 99 seats in this little region.
Right.
So if they don't do well here, they're really going to be out with a very small total.
Just put this in perspective for us. 34 years, voted back and again, a huge record. How important is this election, if there's a change or if there's no change?
Well, I think this is like, if you want to use a cricketing comparison, it's like Australia were about to be dethroned after so many years when nobody could last 3 days in front of them.
Right.
But it looks like it's going to happen. This is one election in which even sort of very careful people like us would also dare to stick their necks out. On the other hand, I think we have one example in India. Congress party ruled 35 years until they were defeated in 77. It took them a big blunder of the emergency to get voted out. And if you look around and when you talk around, it looks as if the left has committed the equivalent of the emergency blunder, mainly by letting their cadres becoming too arrogant, by distributing too much of the spoils to their cadres, and there is a great deal of resentment.
Yeah. One of the things which we did notice when we went around, as I mentioned earlier, the most common word we heard throughout the villages and towns of West Bengal that we visited is the word parivartan. People want to change. But Dorab, this is politics. People want to change. You don't change things just for like changing a pair of jeans. But there are reasons for that change.
Yeah, you see, the question is, I don't think they see as much as Shekhar said, they don't see the prosperity coming to them. I mean, this region, after 34 years, would have expected to have some prosperity. There's none. So the question is, I think they have now got tired. For the first time, they have an alternative. The Congress has not been there as an alternative to the same extent Mamta is. There's one more point I'd like to make. There's also an election in Kerala. So if this goes and Kerala goes, the left front really has a problem. They only left with Tripura.
Significant politically as well.
Yes.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.